everyone, welcome to YourPedia Global and this is Shikha. So friends, as we are preparing for Ielts and those who are preparing for the Ielts for this month or for the next month basically, who are having their deadlines and who want to score very good in Ielts basically. So today we are going to talk about writing module vocabulary. There's two tasks, task 1 and task 2. So there are different kind of words we have to be used basically while we are writing the ideas, we are comparing the data and we are interpreting thoughts. So number of words we have to be used, but we are not aware about that how to use basically. So for task 1, today we are going to discuss about, as task 1 is diversified in pie charts, bar graph, line graph and many more. So this is a different kind of vocabulary to represent different kind of comparisons and different kind of tasks. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about all those vocabulary one by one as the question type, that which kind of vocabulary is suitable for what kind of task, right? First of all, let me just tell you guys, task 1 of writing module is report writing, which consists of 150 words only. You can extend it up till 170 words, but not more than this. Also, it's a report writing related to graphical representation. You will be provided some kind of pictures, some kind of graphical representation and these kinds of things. You need to be see it properly, you need to be analyzed and you need to be do data interpretation in the form of paragraphs. There are 4 paragraphs: introduction, body para 1, body para 2 and conclusion, where you have to be summarize all the information as per your analyzation, right? So first of all, to make good sentences, to use good form of sentences basically, to use complex sentences, simple sentences and compound sentences, we use some kinds of vocabulary to link them, to link our comparisons, right? So in this video we are going to discuss about all those vocabulary. First of all, what are the various vocabulary used in Ielts task 1 and task 2 writing module, and how does it relevant in Ielts writing module basically? So yeah, this is the these are the first words I would like to make you know related to when we have to showcase the increasing trend in line graph and the bar graph is a moving variable. Moving variable is basically when your variable is moving in terms of the digits. You will be provided, you have a lot of years basically from year 1999 to 2005. So these are a lot of years, right? And the variable is also moving. Line graph, as you can see in the picture as well, right? See, this is a kind of line graph, right? And this is bar graph. Men and women is some kind of drama, painting, sculpture and language. Some kind of data have been given related to men and women, right? Now these are the vocabulary related to when we have to be showcase the things when data is increasing, climbing, raising, it is higher, these kinds of things. Increase, rise, growth, climb, you can use it out. You can use that adverbs, you can use gradually. The data is gradually increasing, or the interest of women in drama is gradually has been increasing, kind of, grow, climb, go up, surge, soar and rocket. Some of the times we are using these kinds of word in line graph. Rocket, the data or the product have been shooting like a rocket, kind of, right? So these are the vocabulary basically when your variable is moving and you have to be showcase the increasing trend in your task 1. This is specify applicable for the line graph and the bar graph, where your variable is moving. You will be provided more than 1 year, when you will be provided time period. Time period is basically when there is a more than 1 year, and time is a specific time. Let's suppose February 2000 is a specific time, whereas from year 1999 to 2005 is a time period, right? Next comes basically when we have to showcase the decreasing trend, opposite one, that was the upward directions, upward trend and the increasing trend. Now we are discussing about downward trend, when our data is going downwards, right? So what kind of words we are using? This is a line graph basically, right? And these are the verbs: decrease, decline, fall, sleep, drop, reduction. These kinds of words we have to be used while we are interpreting our data in a decreasing form, right? We can use adjective: downward direction, falling direction, right? It is going down basically. Going up is increasing, going down is decreasing. So these kinds of vocabulary we have, these kinds of the cohesive devices and words we have to be used while we are showcasing the decreasing trend. Coming towards the fixed variable, pie charts and bar graph. See, whenever there is a question come in task 1 related to pie charts and diagram, or I would say the bar graph, that is basically fixed variable. So bar graph can be used, given basically in the moving variable as well as in the fixed variable as per the question. Now I'm talking about the pie charts. As you can see here, these are the pie charts basically, right? These are also pie charts. And when your data is fixed, you have fixed variable, then how you have to be showcase the words in comparisons, while you're doing comparisons, while you're framing your introductory part, while you're writing a summary, while you're writing your conclusion, then how you going to be interpret the words to link your sentence structure, to make your linkage between the your ideas, right? So that is basically more, less, maximum, minimum, highest, lowest. So these are the basically words: highest, lowest, maximum, minimum, more, less, least. These are the words you have to be used for the question of fixed variable, specifically for the pie charts, right? Because pie charts are always the fixed variable. As you can see, this some of the data given to Japan and Malaysia, comparisons of energy production. So this percentage is basically your fixed variable. Now if the percentage is 21%, let's suppose, and 98%, this is the fixed. It will not decrease, it will not increase in pie charts, in the case of pie charts. So whenever there would be a fixed variable question, you are always supposed to use these kinds of vocabulary, right? Coming towards the diagram. Now we guys have two type of task 1. Task 1, basically one is line graph, bar graph, pie charts, horizontal bar graph. These are the different kind of questions where we have to use mixed kind of words, fixed variable plus moving variable. Whereas on the other hand, we have different kind of questions in task 1 related to diagrams. Let's suppose you will be provided diagram, you will be provided a life cycle of earthworm kind of, right? You will be provided cement production or concrete production diagrams. Now you have to be just look out the figure, analyze that and just write a summary, right? Just write all this data interpretation in the form of summary, because there is no numerical data in that. There will always be a stages, there would be a cycle, there is always be process diagram basically. So at that moment, what kind of vocabulary we have to be used? When we are writing in an initial manner, right? Initially, firstly, at the first stage, the process begins and by initiating. We always have to be write in overview or in summary that how many stages are there, how many steps are there basically. When you're writing first sentence, initial stage of life cycle is whatever the answer is, right? It's the kind of sentence structure I'm making you. Then how you can use that? Initially, the word initially basically comes first before you writing any kind of other information. In the beginning, at the very first stage, the first step of cement production, these kinds of sentence you have to make like that, right? Also, now we are writing summary related to that diagram. So in beginning, we have to use these kinds of words. After that, following the next step, right? Subsequently, you can say the simultaneously, concurrently, at this stage. So these are the words you can use in the middle of your summary, in the middle of your report writing, while you are solving the diagram based question, map based questions or life cycles question, right? At the end also, we need some kind of vocabulary when we are just ending up that summary related to the diagrams, that pie charts, that not pie charts, the diagrams, maps and life cycles. Finally, eventually, right at the end, we can say like that, at the final stage, at the last process is, okay, the process culminates, this kind of words, this kind of vocabulary we have to be used while we are ending up these kinds of tasks, right? So basically this is all about. Now let me revise all of the things. Task 1 is a report writing, and it's kind of two type. First type is line graph, bar graph, pie charts, right? Second type is diagrams, maps, pictures, that are life cycles. So these are diversified, these are distributed like that, and these are the different kind of vocabulary and words we need to be used while we are attempting different kind of task. Make sure you need to be check it out that is it a moving variable, or is it a fixed variable, or is it a diagram based question, or is it a map based question. So what kind of vocabulary we have to be use it out at the beginning, at the middle or at the end, right? So task 1 is very simple, it's shorter one. You just need to be understand the question, that what is the information given, right? What is the type of graph, and these kinds of things you need to be check it out. To make good score in your task 1, you need to be practice at least one task every day. Task management, basically you need to be plan how to solve every day to hit your targets, and I would say you need to be at least practice one task every day. Let's suppose today you are solving the line graph, tomorrow you have to be solve bar graph, then pie charts, then maps, diagrams. In 25 days, 20 or 25 days, if you are consistently practicing for this, you will hit the vocabulary and you will find out that your sentence structures are very good and you're using very good cohesive devices for making your comparisons in data interpretation and writing your summary in a very well manner, right? So this particular video is for all those. It's very short and brief, and we have just discussed some of the important words we can use in the task 1. You can make out your notes by watching this video. Just check it out. You can make a column, table 1, line graph, bar charts, bar graph, pie charts, and write the vocabulary. Moving variable, fixed variable. Same goes to you can make another table and you can make notes and you can write it down, diagrams, maps, pictures, life cycles. We have to use this kind of vocabulary. So it's very easy to learn. It's very easy to make them in practice. You just need to focus for 20-25 days to practice it well. So this is about task 1. All the vocabulary I have covered in this video. In my next video, I'm going to cover about the vocabulary related to task 2, essay writing. Make sure you are preparing for that and you are little bit aware about the vocabulary we have to be used in the writing task 2 of IELTS. Till then, all the very best. Thank you.